Ransomware doesn't start with encryption. It starts with small mistakes. When people hear ransomware, they think of locked files, scary messages, and demands for payment. But by the time that screen appears, the real damage has already started. Because ransomware is not just an attack, it's a process. And if you understand that process, you can reduce the risk before it gets to the final stage. Let's start with one of the most important defenses, backups. A backup is simply a copy of your data stored somewhere safe. But not all backups are equal. If your backup is connected to your system all the time, ransomware can encrypt it too. So the key is having secure backups, either offline or protected in a way that attackers can't easily reach. Because if your data is backed up properly, ransomware loses its power. You're no longer forced to pay. Next is patching. Software updates are not just about new features. Many updates fix security vulnerabilities, weaknesses that attackers can exploit. When systems are not updated, those weaknesses remain open, and attackers actively look for them. That's why regular patching is critical. It closes doors before someone tries to walk through them. Simple, but often ignored. Now let's talk about network segmentation. This sounds technical, but the idea is straightforward. Instead of having everything connected in one big network, you divide it into smaller sections. So if an attacker gains access to one part, they can't easily move to everything else. Without segmentation, ransomware can spread quickly across an entire system. With segmentation, you contain the damage. Think of it like separating rooms with locked doors instead of leaving everything open.
Next, user awareness and training. This is one of the biggest factors in most attacks. Because many ransomware incidents don't start with advanced hacking. They start with a click, a link in an email, a downloaded attachment, a message that feels urgent. If users don't recognize these signs, they can unknowingly give attackers access. Training doesn't need to be complex. Just understanding basic warning signs can prevent a large number of attacks. Because technology can only do so much. Decisions matter too. And finally, incident response. This is about what happens when something goes wrong. Because even with strong defenses, no system is perfect. An incident response plan is simply a clear set of steps to follow during an attack. Who responds? What gets isolated? How is the damage controlled? Without a plan, people panic. With a plan, you act quickly and reduce impact. And speed matters a lot in ransomware situations. The faster you respond, the less damage spreads.
Now here's the important part. None of these methods work perfectly on their own. Backups help recover. Patching reduces vulnerabilities. Segmentation limits spread. Training reduces human error. Response planning reduces damage. But together, they create a strong defense. Ransomware is not just about technology. It's about preparation. Because attackers don't just look for weak systems. They look for unprepared ones. If you want to understand more about how to protect yourself and stay ahead of threats, check the link in my bio. Because avoiding ransomware is not about luck. It's about what you do before anything happens.